Hi, this is Andrew, and I'm recording for the Kinesiology Project 1. And I'm going to start the interview right now. And please introduce yourself.
I'm Amy Kleckner.
Okay, and what is your job title?
I am a research biologist for the U.S. Geological Survey.
Where do you work? And please describe the duties of your current job.
I work in Menlo Park at the U.S. Geological Survey headquarters, and I'm the Chief Scientific Officer on the research vessel Polaris. My job duties include collecting samples in the field, doing lab work, running experiments, writing papers, attending conferences, anything related to our mission.
Sounds like a lot of things. Did you receive any kind of special training or education? And if you did, how did you get trained?
I have a master's in marine biology from San Francisco State. I was trained by the USGS as a motorboat operator, and those were that's through a program, a training class through the USGS. My lab training, I was taught by my predecessors. A lot of the lab skills I use, I also learned in school. In graduate school, I did some research cruises that gave me experience working on a research vessel.
Interesting. How long did the training take?
My master's degree took 2.5 years, and then the motorboat training was 2 days. So I don't feel all that confident driving the boat, but normally we have a captain, so I don't have to worry about it. I get to play scientist, not boat driver.
Was there any like fun experiences during the training, or any bad experiences?
The motorboat operators course was super fun. They set up a slalom course that you get to drive. So I'm only certified to operate boats under 25 feet. So we did like slalom courses and rescuing people out of water, and it's all sort of set up in a very safe environment. But it was really fun. And then grad school itself was
Awesome.
amazing, fun.
Nice.
The research cruises. I went to the Equatorial Pacific. We stopped in Fiji. We've done weeks in the North Pacific, out on the ocean, seeing all sorts of wildlife. It was
Awesome.
so fun. The whole experience was fun.
How did you choose to have this career?
I originally was going to pharmacy school in the University of Illinois Chicago, and I realized after having been a pharmacy technician for 10 years that I really didn't want to be a pharmacist. So I came back to California, and I was at State, and I was looking through the catalog, like, what can all my science courses
Go to?
And marine biology looked fun, so I signed up for it, and now I'm a marine biologist. It just sort of happened accidentally, but it was the best decision of my life.
Sweet. What were some of the jobs you had before you got your current career in?
I was a pharmacy technician, and I also I'm a tennis coach. I coached tennis while in grad school. I was a waitress, a bartender.
Wow. That I did not know.
I sold Mary Kay. I was a wine ambassador.
Wow, you were everything.
I've had lots of jobs.
How did you get your jobs?
So the marine biologist job I got when I was a grad student. One of my advisors worked for the USGS, so I was able to work with her as a grad student, and then transition from being a student to a government employee.
Nice.
It was pretty lucky that there was a position open at the time. Technician job, the pharmacy job I started when I was in high school, and my uncle had fallen off our roof, and I was going to the pharmacy all the time to pick up his medication, and the pharmacist just asked if I needed a job. And so that's how I got that one. And the other one's just mostly word of mouth, looking through the paper, talking to people.
The old-fashioned way.
The old-fashioned way.
Okay, please share the pros and cons about your job.
The pros of my job are that it's always different. It's very interesting. I'm not always sitting at a desk. I'm not constantly out in the field. So that's definitely a pro. It's always interesting, always fun, always different. I'm always learning. That's one of the things I love about it, is you're constantly learning. The cons are
working in the middle of the winter in the rain, collecting samples out of the mud. Sometimes it can be fun, don't get me wrong, but it can also be exhausting and dangerous and freezing.
That sounds not like fun. What is the most challenging part about your job?
For me, the most challenging part of my job is public speaking.
Public
I
speaking.
have to do a certain number of conferences and things every year, and I have a hard time. I get nervous speaking in public, and also conveying very hard science to non-scientists is very challenging.
Please share anything you wish to know in advance before you got your job.
If I had known,
Gosh, I don't know.
I loved the surprises of it, so every surprise has been good. I guess if I'd known how much I was going to love it, I probably would have started a little earlier.
Right. Let's see. Please share any career options you may wish to pursue if you have time, or if you are 10 years younger, or if you have any chances, or if you had money. Like, what would you do instead of this, or would you continue the same career?
I think if I could do anything, I would eventually, and I think I still will, eventually go into a job that focuses primarily on conveying science to the public in a palatable form. So public awareness on environmental issues, finding some sort of non-governmental organization or nonprofit. I would love to do some work in that arena. I also sometimes dream about owning my own tennis store and selling tennis clothes and equipment to, being on like the fashion side of tennis. I love tennis is a total passion. If I could do it full time, maybe I would. Maybe not now,
So would I.
but
Yes.
someday maybe.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all the questions I will be asking. Thank you, Amy.
Thank you, Andrew.